Good morning, traders. It is Tuesday, February 6th. Taking a look at the charts, we got the S&P 500 and NASDAQ up slightly while the Russell and the Dow are down a little bit. Overall, the chart, when we look at the overall chart here of the S&P 500 on the daily chart, had a nice pop. It's flagging sideways above the 5-day moving average. And it is primed and ready to potentially pop and keep moving up. Yesterday, if we look at our panic selling indicator, we had a really high level of panic. When we see this indicator reach 7 or 8, it typically stands out as a very significant standout low in the chart. So the fact that we're testing up near the highs and people are dumping shares and the market's not falling is telling us there's some pretty big accumulation going on out there. And when that selling dissipates or runs out, we could see this market really pop. And then as it pops, everybody who's shorting and selling the heck out of this market is going to be offside. They're going to have to cover their shorts and then create an even stronger move. So I'm really excited to see how this unfolds because it could lead to a very explosive move. And as we know, some of the biggest trends, the biggest moves percentage-wise can actually happen in the last like 10% of a trend. You get a big blow off top or you get a huge washout low in a downtrend. So that could be what we are headed towards based on the sentiment and the price action going on here. If we take a look over at the chart of bonds are, they've been pulling back. I think they're going to be out of favor for a little while still, but overall pulling back with the Fed talking about they're worried about cutting rates too soon. And if we take a look at US dollar index, it's relatively flat after a big 2-day pop. Gold is also flat, slightly positive, and silver's flat. So we're just kind of seeing the market take a bit of a breather today. And we'll see how things kind of unfold. If we take a look over at crude, it's up about almost 0.75%. Again, trading down into the middle of all this range. There's pivot lows and in the middle of the noise, kind of trendless at this point. And if we take a look over at our hot list, we've got XLP, which had a very nice run up over the past couple of weeks or the week and a half, had a little bit of a pause or pullback to the 5-day. And we'll see if it gets some traction and wants to start to push and run higher this week. Overall, we do see the semiconductors having a pretty nice push to the upside, has a new momentum kind of trigger. It does look like it wants to go higher. And I think a good chunk of this is probably, if we take a look at NVIDIA, NVIDIA had a big pop and run, really expanding to the upside. And it looks like NVIDIA has got potential to run somewhere up. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci price targets here. Looks like we could see NVIDIA potentially run up to around the 790 level, which means if this is going to keep pushing up, we'll probably see the semiconductors push higher. If the semiconductors are naturally seeing money pour into those big companies, then we're probably going to see the stock market like the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ continue to get lifted and create a pretty big squeeze to the upside for anybody who's betting against this market. Overall, other than that, we've got our long-term trend continues to be up. It's just on a nice steady uptrend. It can do this for a very long time. It can do this for years, technically, and be relatively controlled. There'll be some volatility and noise, but there's nothing out of the norm at this point. We are breaking and trading at new all-time highs. Well, on the weekly chart, we've broken to new all-time highs. We'll see if the market wants to rally this week and push again even higher into all-time highs. Anyways, that's it for now. Talk to you soon.